All right, good morning, everyone. Good morning. It is Angel. Welcome to the Morning Brew, Beyond Charts Morning Brew. It is 8:30. It is February 14th. All right. Happy Valentine's Day. Hope you guys got your loved ones some goodies and so forth. Or, yeah, what a day. What a day. All right, guys, I just apologize. I remember on Friday, I was mobile and working on one computer, and I forgot that I was just speaking. I wasn't showing any charts, so I apologize for that. I'm still getting acclimated with this system, but what a day, guys! It's gonna be an incredible week this week. So a lot to cover here. This war with Putin is, let's see if it's got some legs. I don't know. It's not a war. Is it real? Is it not real? We have Bullard speaking actually right now. So let's see if we can go to CNBC to see what he's saying. Because he is actually speaking, I believe, right as we are doing this. So let's see if we can get anything here. All right, is he's speaking right now.
Likely coming next month. The big questions for investors: how fast will rates go up, and by exactly how much? Steve Leisman joins us now with the special guest. Hey, Steve.
Mike, thanks. Yeah, we are pleased to welcome St. Louis Fed President Jim Bullard to CNBC. Thanks for joining us.
So this is Jim Bullard. He was very hawkish.
Thanks for having me. Let me get right to it here, President Bullard. Following your remarks last week, which made quite a stir, as you know, futures market priced pretty firmly in a 50 basis point rate hike in March. Was that a correct interpretation of what you were saying?
Yeah, Steve, as you know, we got the hot CPI report last Thursday, I guess, and I think, my interpretation was not so much that report alone, but the last four reports taken in tandem have indicated that inflation is broadening and possibly accelerating in the U.S. economy. So I shaded up my position, and I'm just one person on the committee, but I shaded up my position to say I'd like to see 100 basis points worth of movement on the policy rate by July 1. So I also said I would defer to the chair exactly how to go about that, and he's very good at managing the committee and everything else that goes with this. But I do think we need to front load more of our planned removal of accommodation than we would have previously. We've been surprised to the upside on inflation.
Oops.
This is a lot of inflation in the U.S. economy, 7.5%.
Okay.
On the headline CPI. These are numbers that Alan Green's.
Okay, so I'm just gonna let's cover. We have a lot to cover here. I'm just going to turn this guy off. All right, guys. So he came out this weekend and said, or this past week, and said 100 basis point. That also didn't help the markets. That's why we also tanked this week, or that's why we went down. So just know that he's out there. Now he's kind of sounded a little bit of dovish. He's still sticking to his plan, but he's saying he's only one person out of whatever, the rest of the committee. The rest of the committee is on him. The market is definitely asking for clarity on that. Also, we have tensions with the Ukraine and so forth, but there's something beyond that. The event risk that I'm looking at today. So today is you're gonna have U.S. average gas prices currently at $3.58 per gallon. That's the average. I think that it could come in hotter, right? So that you're gonna be looking for that, and that's on Tuesday. Tuesday we have U.S. producer price index. Okay, again, and so that we see if those numbers come in hot. Wednesday we have the Fed minutes coming out at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. I'm going to share with that. And I think I do have that on my Twitter account. I just posted it. So starting Wednesday, we have the FMOC minutes, and that will move the markets as well at 2 o'clock. Thursday, February 17, we had Fed Mester speaking. Unfortunately, she's speaking after the market, but let's see how the market reacts on Friday due to her comments. Now, she was very dovish last time she spoke, very, very dovish, very opposite of what Bullard was talking about. And Bullard is speaking right now, and we're going to see what he's saying, how the market is reacting to that. What else do we got? Thursday, we have U.S. housing numbers. So again, we're going to be paying close attention to that because so you're going to be looking at XHB, Toll Brothers, TOL, and HD. Curious about what the record home building costs as well as the mortgage rates jumping around 4%. So again, if cost of building a home is higher, at some moment, that demand will dry out. Again, things are getting more and more expensive. So we have to pay close attention. These little things are adding up. So again, Friday we have weekly unemployment insurance claim. This has been on a steady downtrend, but has recently picked up. Okay. Again, so I'm getting reports across the board. I've got reports of friends from Ford that actually work for the company, and they are laying off people. So that hasn't hit the wire, but I'm hearing reports and they're slowing down production. So again, be careful out there. I'm just getting a lot of senses of things that are happening. But let's dive into what's moving in the market as far as barons. The futures are right now, they climbed up they were a little bit lower than that at 44.15. So that's a start. But again, I think this week is really all about Russia tensions. Russia just backed off. We have to pay close attention to that. It's pretty much they want an agreement that if they take over the Ukraine, that they won't be NATO. They will not include Ukraine into NATO. Okay, that's ultimately, I think, what the points are. Now, I don't think it's really that's the issue there. I think it's the way that the president is managing that. And if Biden backs down or agrees to it, it could open the way to potential China taking over Taiwan. And I think that's the bigger issue. If that happens, that will definitely take down tech. Is it going to happen? I don't know. But is anything possible? Yes, anything is possible. But again, just be ready, and watch the tape. There will be an opportunity either way, up or down. So let's take a look, see what is going down here. So as far as the overall markets, we are going out. Let me go into here. So this is the futures market, guys. So I just want to show you what the futures are. So I kind of developed a few things here, and I'm going to show you here. Here's the futures market, and we're a little bit delayed. Let me just see where we're at, but that's all right. I just prepped yourself 44.13, so that puts us right now, and we are delayed. So it's 44.13. We're right. Oh, okay. We're right there. What's probably delayed? Okay, so the line in the sand for this week that I have is going to be 44.26, and this is not E-minis. So if we start climbing above that, more than likely, it looks like we're probably going to head to the 50-day moving average, which is around 44.68, and we'll probably hit 44.74, 44.90, right in this pocket, right where I actually put the box, which was around 4,500. And 44.51. Doesn't mean we're bullish. It just means we're probably going to go in that range. If we start breaking above 4,500, then that is a bullish scenario where everything's going to rally. Is it going to rally? Don't know. And I'm going to talk about a few things that can make it rally. Now, as far as today or this week, 44.26. If we can't get above that, then more likely we're probably going to linger in this area with the lows of 43.50, somewhere in there. Now, if we start breaking below 43.50, then we can probably retest 42.69 or 42.70. Okay, so that is what I'm expecting for this week. Okay. On the E-minis, and that's how we're going to set up our trades. As far as the overall market, what is the overall market doing here, guys? So again, this is the daily. The daily's on the XPX, the NASDAQ, and the Russell. As far as the XPX came back down, broke the 200-day moving average. Remember, we talked about this being a dead cat bounce. Came back, came up, stalled. And remember when we talked about this, guys, if you have any comments or questions, please let me know. If we want to talk as far as the Fibonacci retracements, if I did it from the top to the bottom, remember where we stalled. We stalled right at that 61st retracement, right there. We couldn't break above 45.91. So 45.91, we couldn't break above it. So again, this is why having Fibonacci's and knowing the levels is going to help it. You don't need to keep it on there. Just know exactly what the level is. And also it coincides with the 50-day moving average. So again, either one, they both tell the same story. But again, broke the 200-day moving average. The 200-day moving average is at 44.53. So again, going to be a hard level. Let's see if we can get above that. Don't know if that is possible, but if we continue lower or we linger in this area, we can probably retest the lows of 42.25 at some moment in time. Is it going to happen this week? But I just gave you the levels on the E-mini. So again, we're still working our way lower. We're looking to kind of base or just relax. And I don't see anything that's going to prop us up. What the only exception is, what if, and this is just a big if, right? What if Bullard or anybody says that due to the potential war, we're going to stall rate hikes? I don't think they can do it, but if that ever comes out, that could maybe give the markets a little bit of a pop. Is it sustainable? Don't know, but anything is possible. Just know that. Okay. What else? What else do we have? The NASDAQ getting clobbered again. Everything's trading below the 200-day moving average. I don't suspect a rally on anything soon. So if you're going to invest stocks, please don't buy the dip yet. Do not buy the dip. Or if you're going to buy a dip, make sure to buy a stock that's paying a high dividend yield, right? And it's basing or has been clobbered and is on its way back up. So again, but as far as the tech, I think the techs have more room to go down. And why am I saying that? Is because we're broke below the 200-day moving average. NASDAQ came back down, came back up, couldn't break the 200-day, and it seems to be working its way lower. And we have the 10-year note, the 10EX is actually a little bit higher, okay? Russell, bank heavy, still working his way lower. Again, Russell got clobbered. Again, don't chase, let it base. We need to see reversal patterns. And what I mean by that, here's a NASDAQ possibly, if this is the NASDAQ possibly showing a reversal pattern, it would relax here, base, and then break these highs and break the 50. Until it breaks the 50, we're still at risk of going a little bit lower, okay? And then look at the MACDs. The MACDs looks like they want to bounce. Is it going to bounce? Whoops. Is it going to bounce here or break through? Bounce or break through? We don't know it, but we're still below the zero, which is still bearish, okay? So watch it. We're probably going to get some rallies up there, but I remember to my class, and guys that were in the class, I demonstrated to you 2 weeks ago, and you can watch a recording. But basically, 2 weeks ago, we went through the 2008 scenario, 2007. And remember, we kind of analyzed that this was the first wave down. It took about 14 days for us to start working on the other wave down. So if I start measuring where we're at today, right, we are now 14 bars exactly to Friday. So is it going to happen soon? Maybe. But remember, there's a lot of news coming out this week that could potentially move the markets. So expect a lot of volatility moving forward. We love volatility as traders, especially momentum trader. Just get both sides ready. Okay. As far as the NASDAQ, again, I expect it to not break the 50 this week. I don't see any news coming out there. But I just gave you the levels on the XPX, and we're going to dive into that to all three. But we're looking... we went down a little bit. I expect a relief rally of some sort, but I don't think it's going to hold. All right, as far as the VIX is climbing. So guys, and I'm going to share this with you. Let me draw this for you. I didn't draw this. All right, so this was the volatility for the week, guys. So or girls, right? So this is the volatility for the week, and so. Guys, so the last week, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, we've been having, a lot of volatility. The volatility has been increasing, especially in the last 6 weeks. We've been, the volatility has been above 18%. I don't think this is going to die soon anytime. So this is definitely a trader's market. So again, we love volatility, but definitely fear is coming back into the market. Okay, so what does volatility mean? There is fear, but also if you look at the XPX is moving 50, 60 point ranges. Okay, this is the movement that we're looking for. This is why we take the trading system that we do, the 50-day moving average, we put structure, we put our levels, and you can actually make some nice moves on this. You just got to get the trade right. And again, just pick 1, 2, but we're getting movement. This is what we want. So as far as this week, we're on the upper range of fear, right, in the last 2 weeks. Can we go higher? So I guess if we break 31, we're probably going to head up to these levels, right? Up to the 3 weeks ago's levels of 39. So that means we're going to drop. So if we start breaking 31, you get the system, we're going to go a little bit lower. I suspect we're probably going to go lower. I don't think that we're done yet. Now, for the grace of, if anything's possible, we start breaking below 26, then that means we're probably going to chug our way a little bit higher. Okay, 26. And definitely if we break 19, that is super, super bullish. Fear is coming away from the market. Again, so just put your levels though, and that's how we're going to read the VIX for the week. Again, we're in the upper range. Know that we're starting Monday, upper range. Usually what I've noticed is that we start high, work our way lower, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday, fear comes back. Friday, definitely comes back. That's been happening the last, let's notice. All right, this is 2 weeks ago, came back. This was last week, came back. The week before that, it just kind of held steady. The week before that, see, it came back the last 2 days. The week before that came back the last 2 days and stayed high the last 2 days of the week. Over here, the last 2 days kind of came higher. So just know this is the pattern that I'm noticing. So what do you think is going to happen this week? It's more than likely it's probably going to die down. Do I mean it's going to die down a little bit, like all the way down here? No, it's probably going to die down. And probably if it follows the patterns that we noticed the last 2 months, it's probably going to go up Thursday and Friday. So get ready for puts. Okay, so let's see if that happens. Now, the 10-year note is going higher. There's been talk about the 10-year note going up to 2.5. Okay, we're currently at 1.998, below 2, which is good. Tech might rally on this a little bit. But remember, if this goes to 2.5, not good for tech or any startups in general. Okay. All right, as far as the opportunities this week, what are we looking at? And I'm going to draw this right here. Okay, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This was the range for the week on the XPX. Why do I draw this? And I'm doing this live with you guys because I want to know, again, these are the range. Look at these ranges, 40, 45.90 and actually lower to 44.01. That's for the week. So we had roughly almost a 200-point range for the week on this XPX. So ultimately, what do we want to do? Well, we want to look at the 50-day moving average. This is the hourlies, and the 50-day is going to play the barometer. Okay, we're at the lower range. We should rally. In retrospect, we should rally. The XPX, it looks like we can probably go a little bit lower, but we need a little bit of a rally to, really, is it going to happen? On the 15-minute time frame, if you notice, we had 2 swings. So again, if we take the trades off the 50, remember, this was Friday, this was Thursday. On the 50, you had an entry to take the trade either down or up. Remember, we'd like to take trades on the 50-day moving average. This is the highest probability trade. MACDs gave you the entry right there on the hourlies, okay? And if we notice, remember I said hourlies on the entry on the hourlies and the 50-minute time frame. You had them both. Right there. Same time frame right there. So that was the entry and that was the trade right there. Okay, but now we're at the other end. We have exhaustion cells. What's going to happen here? We are going to work our way lower. So that means that we're probably at 44.03. And remember, if this news, if anything, there's tension related in Russia, that can probably take the markets down. Okay, so 44.03 is going to put us a little lower, but I suspect that we probably need to rally at some moment of time a little bit, even though these wicks are telling me there's a lot of selling pressure going on. So what's going to happen today? Are we going to linger, get some good news and rally a little higher? Maybe that is a possibility. Or we're going to linger, wait for the 50-day to come down. And again, I wouldn't take the trade down right now because this is a low probability trade, not a good setup, because it could go down in your favor, but more than likely it needs to set up a little bit better. So again, wait for the setup, wait for the 50-day. MACDs already, we had 1 swing, 2 swings, and we're probably going a little bit higher right now. Futures working their way lower. Thank you, James. So again, just let's see what happens here. Wait for the setups. They will set up. Okay, but that was a trade. Just want to share that with you right there. Again, there's these guys are making moves. I mean, it's making a lot of moves. Okay, as far as Bitcoin, let's see what Bitcoin is looking. Bitcoin again. So guys, look at Bitcoin. we have all the moving averages merging. This is a positive. This hasn't happened since right back here since so November 23rd. Okay. So again, what do we have? We came down, we're forming a basing pattern, we broke through, we're retesting the 50-day moving average. The MACDs are above zero. This is what we like to see. Now, is it going to bounce and bounce through? But again, we like to take our trades off the 50. Now, this is if you're trading Bitcoin. Now, what type of time frame are you looking at? Well, if you're looking at, trading it, holding it for about a year or so forth, then this is the trade for you. If you're looking at to buy and hold or looking for an opportunity in a trade, you're going to be looking at the weeklies, right? This is now the moving average is 52 weeks or 50 weeks, so close to a year. Then you would say, okay, we're getting close. If it breaks through here, then maybe I want to add some Bitcoin because we're below the 50. But anyway, just to let you know that we are getting super close right there. If this momentum is building up on Bitcoin, if this can go through, then more likely Bitcoin is going to start working its way higher. So remember, we got Fed minutes on Wednesday that could affect Bitcoin. But I'm noticing is Bitcoin diverging from the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. That could be happening. So we'll know by Wednesday if that is coming to reality. MicroStrategy rallying, but not enough for me to say maybe this is breaking away from Bitcoin. I don't know yet, but I'll find out shortly because it's not above the 50-day. Ethereum hit the 50, broke down again, not really there yet, but let's see if it can break above the 50. But it's looking better. It's looking better, looking healthier. We'll know Wednesday what happens at 2 p.m. with the Fed minutes. Okay, let's go in where the opportunities are this week. Okay, so we're looking at shakers and movers. Let me see what's going down. All right, so I like a few things here. A few things that we got to worry. I already told you that. All right. So right now, let me see, what else do we got? Okay. So we got, again, everything's beyond the 50. Again, this is 15. Okay. So Google, again, working its way lower. So Google's pretty interesting, guys, because Google, guys, they had a 20-to-1 stock split. They got earnings. Now, here's the thing. Their revenue on YouTube wasn't that good. It was down. They were down, I think, 35% or so forth. And I'm saying that because Roku's coming up, and, they have to beat. So I don't know if they're going to beat. I don't know what their beat is, but they can't beat by 3, 4, 5 cents. They got to beat by 25, 30 cents. They got to beat by big numbers. Are they going to do it when their other competitors are having a hard time with advertisement? Don't know, but anything is possible. But Google sold off pretty hard. Remember, they've been taking it down for whatever reason. They're taking it down. So if they take down Google, they're probably going to take out other things. But Google working its way higher, maybe to the 50-day moving average. Let's see what happens there. Let's see how it reacts at 27.26. Can it go up there? It rallied off the morning lows. And again, this is what I mean. Sold off pretty hard. Things aren't going to sell off in one straight line. It needs to rally up there, and let's set it up properly for another trade. Amazon working its way lower. Amazon's got that magic number of 3,000. Big number. If that gets taken out, it can probably test wave for 2,800. Not in a straight line, but watch Amazon. So Amazon right now, and remember, guys, we have, and I'm looking at all the FANGs right now, all the FANGs, and I mean by Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, Google, all trading below the 50-day moving average, and all Facebook below the 200-day, Apple above the 200-day, Amazon right at the 200-day, right at it. So it's not bouncing up the 200-day. Don't know if it's going to bounce. It looks it's at jeopardy of heading lower. Netflix below the 200-day moving average. Google right at the 200-day moving average, so 2,700. That's why Google is bouncing, right? So the 200-day moving average is right at 2697. So this is why Google is bouncing. Let's see if it can hold it, but let's see. All right, what else do we have? We have Tesla. Tesla working his way lower, showing this nice, beautiful bounces off the 50, working his way lower, guys. Remember, don't fall in love with a stock. Trade it accordingly. Wait for the setup. So this was the setup right here. This was on Friday. That was the setup. Okay, the 50-day moving average breaking below and take the trade. That's the trade. Let's see what happens here at the open. This looks a little bit more aggressive. Let's see what happens here. Let it set up properly. Wait for the MACDs. Again, this thing has declined quite a bit. So I had about 2 days of decline, and it went from 945 down to about 830, 855. ISRG working his way lower. Wait for the setups coming back to the 50. CMG, wait for the setups coming back. CMG decline, not too bad, not too bad. It's more of a bear flag, a bull flag. Let's see if it can break through. Don't know if it is. It looks like it wants to base. Watch this one for maybe a bullish scenario. If it can take 1573, it's probably going to go to 1597. And again, not super bullish. I'm just talking levels here. On the downside, you got 1545, but let's see where this opens up and set it up at the 50. Okay. What else do we have? We have LRCX working his way lower again. So we have NVIDIA announcing this week, guys. So NVIDIA, you got all eyes on NVIDIA. Let me show you what that looks like. Because NVIDIA announced it this week. So NVIDIA is going to move the chips. Okay. NVIDIA is going to move the chips, and it's on Wednesday after the close. We have Shopify before the close, asking to check for retail. Watch what they say on NVIDIA. If NVIDIA states that, hey, that basically they're having a hard time with supply chain issues, that they can't get the parts to get the chips, that will probably signal a sell-off in all the chips. So again, watch NVIDIA for its earnings announcements. And then we have Applied Materials also coming out right after the close. Again, another chip-related news stock. Roku coming out Thursday after the close. Let's see what they have to say. Will they miss or will they hit? Remember, they need a big number to go back up. It has been hit pretty hard. Palantir before Thursday. Pretty big company. Let's see what they have to say. What else? We have Roblex on Tuesday, right after the close. These guys are a big metaverse play. We have Win. What else do we have? Drop. Yep. So watch that. And okay, so that's what we have. As far as Goldman Sachs working his way lower, if Goldman can break above 366, that's going to prop up the XPX or the SPY. So get ready for that. Roku, again, like I said, Roku is setting up. So let's see what they do. Are they going to sell it down, take it up? Watch 165. Let's see if it rallies to 171 or 177. So again, if I tell you that the XPX index, we need a little relief rally, well, there might be a trade on these things that what is going to take it back up. So I'm not saying I'm going to be super bullish, but just for a trade. NVIDIA sold off pretty hard into the earnings number. Again, so watch it. Let's see if signs of somebody knows something. 241 to get it better. Can probably go up to 250 and 261, or is going to work its way lower back to 229. Currently 238. So watch that for a move. Mercado Libre working its way lower. No play right there. Too far away from the 50. Apple right at the 50. So let's see if Apple goes up. Apple can go up 160. It's currently 167. If Apple starts climbing up, it can probably go up to about 172. If it goes back down, it can probably go to 165. Again, not a big mover, but there's a lot of liquidity on these options. Shopify announcing, they're taking it down. Let's see what happens here. Did somebody know something? Probably needs to rally. Let's see what happens at that 867. If it breaks down, you got 830. If it starts going higher, 885 or 900. So watch it. Right there. You have now TTD, again, working its way lower. Advertising sales are going down. Affirm, okay, Affirm back to 83, back down to 50. Okay, so earnings came out and they were not good. They're taking, just notice this. This is an example. When the market goes down, they're going to take down things that are not making money, guys. They're not making money. They're going to take it down. Do not invest in SPACs, startups, any of that for the brief moment of time. Because if you're not making money, if you have a lot of debt, they're going to take that stuff down. They're not going to invest in that. Okay, so watch a firm. A firm is probably going to work its way lower. Let's see if it can go. Okay, so again, if it starts breaking 45, it could probably go lower. All right, so that is a trade right there. If you wanted to trade something to the downside, it looks like people are not buying this thing. There's no bounce in sight, but watch 45. Watch that one for a trade if you're looking for something a little smaller to trade. Upstart has earnings coming out soon. Upstart has earnings. They have Upstart. It's coming up. I just saw it. There's an easier way to do this. Oh, right here. Upstart after the close on Tuesday. Okay. So they're taking this one down. Let's see what they have to say. But it's at 100. It can go either up or down. HubSpot, again, working its way lower. Zoom, 140. So don't know what's up with Zoom. Pandemic is over. Are they gonna, sustain? Are they gonna be? They're not gonna be back to where they were before. But watch Zoom just working his way. It's in a range right now. Bookings, where airlines going down again. They just declined. Let's see now. This could be setting up for maybe watch it for its trade, maybe up or down, probably down. But let's see what this thing rallies. Too far away from the 50, but this is a mover. ServiceNow working his way lower. Coinbase, it's all about Bitcoin. If Bitcoin starts rallying, this is going to rally. Where can it go to? It can probably hit up the highs of 206, 204, currently 194. Okay. The chips. Now, if NVIDIA announces bad earnings, the chips are going to work its way lower. Okay, so these are all the chips. INTU, too far away from 50. Qualcomm, watch Qualcomm. Is it gonna rally or continue lower? ASML. AMD is trying to hold. Let's see if this thing can rally. Start breaking the 50. So watch this one for probably a move. AMD, too far up there. You got 127 to get it better. 127. Jeez, wow. All right, 127. It's a big move. Currently 113. There's a possibility. Just watch if it starts moving at the open. AMAT, again, announcing earnings. These guys are super conservative. Spacing. Again, we're looking for bases. Anything at the 50. Let's see what happens. Is it going to base or break through? Micron rallying. Let's see if it can take out 91. And then it's going to lead way to $94. Currently 91. Roblex, they took it down. So let's see. Roblex, is it going to rally? 67, 72 on top. Looks like it wants to rally. Okay, let's look at some potential trades here. Futures right there. Again, so I gave you those things. Let's look at spiders because everybody likes the spiders. And let's see if there's something setting up here. James said that there was something setting up. Okay, so let's see. Let's see. All right, so spiders, again, we're going to be looking at the hourlies here and the 50-minute time frame. So again, what do we have here? Let me make this a little bit better. Okay, so consolidating, having a hard time breaking above that 441, which translates to about 44.10. Again, so let's see. We're still going to rally up a little higher. Let's see. Could rally. We're coming to the end here, closer to the end. So I expect a nice little rally up, and let's see how it reacts to that 443. That is a possibility there. On the QQQs, again, got hammered. Again, we're at the 50-day on the QQQs. Okay, so we can go either way. That might be a trade for today. To get it better, needs 348. Next level's up. Probably going to be 356. Pretty far up there. You got 360. that is the level for the upside. If we start taking out 342, that's the panic sell area right there, guys. 342. I don't think that's going to happen, but I think that is a panic sell area. So again, but if we rally back down, we're probably going to go to 342. If we take that out, we can probably head a little bit lower. Watch the MACDs for a clue, but I like this one. Where is that at? Where the QQQs is at right now? It's a good scenario. More like the scenario is for us to go a little higher. 348, that'd be a good target. If we can take that out, it's going to take out where it's sold off on pre-market, and then it could probably lead way to a rally. But it all depends on, we need some good news from earnings news, something to get it up there. But don't fall in love. It's just a rally to go up higher, and then we'll get ready for the downside. IWM, this is the Russell. So IWM, rallying. Getting close to the 50, can probably go to 202, currently 201 right there. Let's see what happens. Coming to the end, let us see if this cross and starts basing. Then we'll see if it can go a little higher. So wait for the setups, guys. Nothing really here. I like the QQQs. That looks like a good setup. And spiders maybe going back up again in these time frames. So let's look at spider. Climbing to 436, can probably go work his way to have 441 to get it better and probably climb a little bit. Coming to the end here, if this crosses, let's see how this reaction is. That means this momentum is done, right? This swing is done. Why is this small? Okay. All right, it's telling me this swing is done. And then are we going to rally up or sideways or consolidate and wait till Wednesday, 2 p.m.? Or Russia, something out there. All right, guys, it is currently 9:07. All right. Is the white line set to 50-day candles? Oh, on the 50-day. I believe so. Let me double check settings. It is set for the 50-day moving average. It's a moving average, not a E exponential. So it's a moving average, 50. Or is it this one? Let me see that one. It is 50, yeah. It could be maybe exponential. All right, guys. It is currently 9:07. Get ready. It's going to be a good week. For you guys, I have a class tonight. Sorry, I had to postpone it or reschedule it. It's going to be tonight. Get ready. I believe it's 8 o'clock. I'll send you the information today. We're going to cover, there's a lot to cover here, as far as price action, movement, and money management. All right, guys, go out there, go get it. Stay green, stay green, stay green. And if you haven't liked, subscribe, please do so. And I might pop into TradingView today, depending on how the markets react. 12:45, it seems to be like where a certain algo turns on. So we're going to be watching for that algo. Let's see how the market reacts at the open. So far, Bullard didn't crash the market, so that's a plus. We didn't see a big reaction on his statements. So let's see. All right, guys, go out there, go get it. Take care. And if you haven't liked, subscribe, do it right now. All right, guys, I'll see you soon.